My first encounter with magic when I was 5 years old, I happened to go to Lonavala and I saw a magic show of a roadside magician. And I was really intrigued because that was the first time I was seeing magic. I just ran up to the magician after the show and I said, "Can you please teach me?" So, sometimes kids just say anything, so he thought I'm just talking nonsense. Just to get rid of me, he taught me 2 tricks. And I learned it so well, so I took 2 or 3 of his props and started performing there for the audience. So the audience loved it, and such a young girl performing some magic. And they started coming to me and said, "Can I get your autograph? Can I get your photograph?" So I thought, this is so wonderful. Like, even if I get full marks in my studies, people don't take my autograph or a picture with me. So I think it was the recognition which really caught my eye, and post that, there was no looking back. I think post that, magic really chose me. I really wanted to learn magic, but there were no avenues at that time. We didn't have YouTubes and exposure to the international world. I was really determined to learn magic, and therefore I found out ways. So when people used to show me magic, I used to always ask them, "Can you please teach me one trick?" And they would be like, "Oh, you're too young to learn it. Oh, it's not your cup of tea," etc. So I would say, "Okay, fine, I'm going to figure out a way." And so they would show me a trick, and I would try to figure out how it's done and show it back to them and say, "This is an old trick." When I was 8 years old, I met with my guru, who's Mr. William Zimbago, and he taught me the big illusions. Things like David Copperfield on stage, vanishing your assistants, vanishing the Taj Mahal, etc. I think that was a dream as a child, that I want to do such big magics, big stuff, big props, needed assistants. So I remember my first show at the age of 8 was at the Bharati Vidya Bhavan in Mumbai with 45 assistants. So I'm commanding 45 people around me. But after I finished my engineering, I had to take a career choice. So I did make an effort rather to do an engineering job, but I really felt that this is not really what I am meant to do. In a place like India, magic is never considered as something where you can earn money. I've always wanted to do something different and take it to a level wherein I'm able to give magic the respect that it really deserves. So I started finding out different kind of applications of magic where you can use magic as therapy for special children, autistic children, where you can actually train them in a fun way with occupational therapy, fine motor skills, etc. So I started finding different applications onto it, and I started using magic as my language. So I came up with an environmental magic show, and I received a United Nations award for the same. It's never been easy being a woman in a man's world for any profession, so it was the same with magic also. From learning magic to being heckled at events to even being disqualified at an event because they thought that I was not good enough to be competing amongst the people, etc. And they asked me, "Oh, you're so young, you're going to be talking to all of us. What is this young girl going to do?" So I think that's something that I face every day. What really prevents women from getting into magic is also perceived as something supernatural by a lot of people. There's a lot of black magic kind of thing associated with it, and a lot of women are kept away from it because it's kind of scares people away. So my message to all the little girls who want to get into the field of magic is, please, follow your dreams. If you believe in magic, have your sense of wonder with you, and no matter whether you choose magic or any other profession, know one thing for sure: nothing is impossible, and do your best and God will do the rest.